Few vehicles in the world have the kind of presence, legacy, and capability of the Mercedes G-Wagon. It's an icon and a legend among the greatest vehicles of all time. Originally designed as a military vehicle over 40 years ago, the G-Wagon has evolved into the ultimate blend of luxury and off-road performance. From its unmistakable boxy design and bank vault doors to its handcrafted interior and go-anywhere attitude, the G-Class isn't just about looks, it's about purpose-built engineering that has stood the test of time. But today, we're taking things to the next level. This video is for the gearheads, the tech enthusiasts, and those who want to know exactly what makes a new electric G-Wagon, the G580, so special. So we're diving into the details: the 4-motor drive system, off-road performance, the G-turn, the G-steering, and all the cutting-edge engineering that makes the electric version a true G-Wagon at heart. So you're here for more than just looks and want to know the real mechanics behind the electric G-Wagon? You're in at the right place. Let's get into it. The G-Wagon has always been known for its raw power and off-road dominance, but now Mercedes has reimagined that strength with cutting-edge electric technology. At the heart of this transformation are its 4 independent electric motors, each designed to deliver unmatched precision, control, and performance. So the Mercedes G580 comes with 4 electric motors, 1 for each wheel. Think of them as independent muscle groups that work together to give the car strength, speed, and smooth movement. How it works is, instead of one big engine like in a gas-powered cars, the G580 has 4 separate electric motors, each one at each wheel. These motors use magnets to generate electricity and create motion, which makes them very efficient. Since electric motors don't have to rev up like a gas engine, all the power is available instantly the moment you press the pedal. So the benefits: hey, super smooth and silent drive, no loud engine noises, just quiet and effortless acceleration. 2, instant power and control. Unlike gas engines, which takes time to build power, these motors are instant torque, which is power, from the moment you start moving. This means stronger acceleration and better control, even on rough terrain. So 3, better off-road capability. Because each wheel has its own motor, the G580 can adjust power to each wheel separately, giving maximum grip and stability on steep hills, rocky trails, or slippery roads. And then 4, fuel-free and more efficient. No gas engine means no emissions and a more efficient power delivery, saving energy while still packing serious performance. So with 579 horsepower and 859 pounds of torque, the G580 is built for both luxury and adventure, delivering a combination of power, precision, and efficiency that makes each drive an experience. Next, and some of the tech that goes with that, is the intelligent energy recovery with paddles. So the Mercedes G580 has a special system that helps recharge the battery while you drive, kind of like an iPhone that recharges itself when you're not using it. This system is called Intelligent Energy Recovery, and you can control it with the paddles on the steering wheel. So how it works is, when you slow down or brake, the car captures some of that lost energy and then sends it back to the battery, improving efficiency. You can adjust how much energy is recovered by using the paddles between the steering wheel, just like shifting gears in a sports car, but instead you're controlling energy regeneration. So there's 5 levels of recuperation. There's the normal mode, which is balance of energy recovery. 2 stronger modes. 1 mode increases energy recovery, while the strongest mode allows for 1 pedal driving. And this is going to be similar to the feel of a Tesla, but Tesla doesn't provide the luxury of changing the way your vehicle drives and the recuperation. So, the third option is that no recuperation coasting. So this car rolls freely and is most like a regular gas car when you let off the pedal. And then the D-Auto mode, this car automatically adjusts recuperation based on traffic and road conditions, making driving more efficient, without extra effort. So, the benefits to this is, hey, it extends the battery life and range. By reusing energy that would otherwise be lost, you get more miles out of each charge. 2, less brake wear. Since the car slows itself down using the motors, you use the brakes less, meaning less wear and tear over time. And 3, you get smoother and more efficient driving. So one pedal driving, makes stop and go traffic easier and less tiring, while intelligent recovery helps save energy, effortlessly. And then 4, customizable driving experience, which you don't get with other brands, with some other brands. So you get to choose how the car responds and drives when you lift off the accelerator, making the driving experience just right, for your preferences. Next, so the next tech is the individual wheel drive with selectable low kilowatt. So the Mercedes G580 has a big, powerful battery, meaning each wheel has its own electric motor. This gives the car exceptional control, power, and stability, especially on rough terrain. So, how it works, instead of one big G580, it's like all 4 wheels. The G580 has, but instead of separate electric motor for each wheel to power the vehicle, it has 216 individual cells, depending on road conditions, improving grip and handling, making it highly efficient at storing and delivering energy. Called torque vectoring. So Mercedes has developed power software that manages the battery's whether you're on pavement, sand, mud, or rocks wirelessly. The G580 has so you don't need to visit the transmission to get the latest improvements, which includes a low range. Next, the battery is built into a strong, hills, protective steel frame, or rocky trails that keeps it safe from water. Some of the benefits and superior off-road capability. This helps gets its own stabilize the car by lowering the car can adapt instantly to any terrain for maximum handling. And also, there's you have better manufacturability with that they don't really have this protection. It helps the G580 stay balanced into flooded water situations that catch fire. Tricky that doesn't happen. You have additional protection with increased climbing power. The low range mode. So the benefits take longer driving range, right? And rough terrain by giving the wheels, giving you more time on the road, strength, always lower speed, always up. And then 4, you have more confidence in any driving situation. Whether on the city streets, highways, or extreme off-road paths, like updating a phone or computer, a smoother, stronger, and safer for off-roading. This reinforced steel frame protects the battery from water and rough terrain, so you can confidently take it off the road. And then 4, you have better driving stability because the battery sits low in the vehicle. It improves balance and reduces body roll, making the ride smoother and more controlled. Next, the G580 has virtual differential locks with torque vectoring, right? So the Mercedes G580 uses smart technology instead of mechanical parts to improve traction and stability, making off-road driving easier and more controlled. How it works is traditional off-road vehicles use differential locks to evenly distribute power between wheels, helping them stay in sync on tricky terrain. The G580 does this virtually using 4 individual electric motors, one at each wheel, instead of mechanical locks. It uses torque vectoring, a system that instantly adjusts power to each wheel based on the road conditions. Since the system is fully automatic and highly precise, the G580 can react faster and more smoothly than traditional off-road vehicles. So unlike older differential locks, which can sometimes make turning harder, this system keeps the car maneuverability and agile even in difficult situations. So the benefits is you have stronger grip on any surface. The car instantly adjusts power to keep traction on mud, snow, sand, or rocks. 2, smoother off-road experience. No need to manually lock differentials. The system works automatically for effortless control. And then 3, more agility and easier steering. So traditional differential locks can make turns feel stiff, but this system keeps the G580 easy to maneuver. And then 4, faster, more precise, reactions. The electric motor responds in fractions of a second, giving you better stability and control. So the G580 has a game-changing feature called the G-turn, which lets the vehicle spin in place like a tank. So a huge advantage for off-road driving. How it works, because the G580 has 4 independent electric motors, one at each wheel. It can rotate the left and right wheels in opposite directions. This allows the vehicle to turn in place instead of needing a large space to maneuver. So it works on loose or unpaved surfaces like dirt, gravel, or sand, making it easier to reposition in tight spots. So the feature is activated when the vehicle is in low range mode and rock mode, part of the dynamic select system. The driver can start the spin with a few simple inputs and cancel it anytime if they need to stop. So the benefit, hey, easier off-road maneuvering. Instead of making a multi-point turn, you can spin in place to face a new direction. It saves it saves time and effort, ideal for narrow trails or tricky terrain where turning around is normally difficult. And then 2, less wear on the surface because the wheels work together instead of dragging. It minimizes disruption to soft ground. And 4, it's fun and impressive. At first, it's a first for Mercedes. This feature makes the G580 even more exciting and capable. So next is the G steering, which helps make tight turns much easier when driving on loose surfaces like dirt, sand, or gravel. So how it works is the G580 with the 4 independent motors allows it to control the way each wheel moves. So when G steering is activated, the vehicle rotates inside rear wheel, meaning it turns much sharper than normal. So this feature is useful at low speeds up to 15 miles per hour and works when the vehicle is in low range and rock mode. So instead of doing a multi-point turn in a tight spot, G-steering helps you turn in one smooth motion. The benefit for G-steering, easier tight turns off-road, making it simpler to navigate narrow trails and sharp bends. 2, no more multi-point turns. Instead of backing up multiple times, you can turn in one smooth motion. And 3, saves time and effort, less hassle when driving in challenging off-road conditions. And then 4, more control and precision, keeps the G580 agile and maneuverable, even in tough terrain. Next is the off-road crawl. So the G580 has a smart feature called off-road crawl, which helps you maintain a steady speed on rough terrain, almost like cruise control, but for off-roading. So how it works when you're driving off the road, keeping a consistent speed can be tricky, especially on steep hills or uneven ground. So off-road crawl takes care of that by automatically managing your speed, so you don't have to constantly use the accelerator or brakes. You can choose for 3 differential modes based on the terrain. Number 1, the slow crawl. Moves about 1 mile per hour on flat or uphill terrain, perfect for technical off-roading. 2, fast crawl. Maintains 5 miles per hour when climbing or driving on level ground, and it uses regenerative braking to help control speed when going downhill. And then 3, variable crawl. Moves at walking pace on flat or uphill terrain, but lets the driver adjust speed when going downhill using the accelerator and brakes. So the benefits when we use this, less work for the driver. No need to constantly adjust the throttle or brakes while off-roading. It does it for you. 2, smoother and safer for off-roading. Keeps the vehicle moving at a steady, controlled pace, even on rough terrain. 3, better controls on hills. Uses regenerative braking to hold speeds on descents, preventing the car from rolling too fast downhill. And then 4, more focus on navigation. Since the car manages speed, you can concentrate on steering and picking the best path. So the G580 has extraordinary off-road aptitude. It isn't just an electric SUV. It's built to outperform even its gas-powered models when it comes to off-road capability. So how it works, the G580 has plenty of ground clearance, 9.8 inches, meaning it can easily drive over rocks, logs, and rough terrain without scraping the underside. It can drive through deep waters up to 33 inches, 33 and a half inches, almost 3 feet. So crossing streams and flooded paths is no problem. So when it comes to climbing, it can handle insanely steep hills up to 45 degrees, which is 100% grade. That's like scaling a small cliff. It can also stay stable on sideways slopes up to 35 degrees, which is a 70% lateral tilt, meaning it won't tip over even when driving in extreme angles. So the suspension is designed for maximum flexibility. Independent front suspension improves handling and comfort, and then the rigid rear axle provides an extra durable stability, especially for uneven surfaces. And then last, the short overhangs. The part of the vehicle that extends beyond the wheels and high clearance allow for steep approach and departure angles, meaning it could tackle sharp hills without getting stuck. So the benefits, obviously, the handles extreme off-road conditions, whether it's rocks, muds, steep inclines, or water crossings. The G580 is built for any adventure. 2, better than gas models in key areas, higher ground clearance, and deeper water fording, making this electric G even tougher than its gas counterparts. And then also, it's more confident on tough trails with an excellent stability and wheel articulation. You'll feel in control even on the roughest terrain. So, and then last, strong yet comfortable ride. The suspension balances durability with comfort, making off-roading smoother without sacrificing toughness. Also, somewhat new is the electric Dynamic Select, which you have the Dynamic Select, but this has a few things. What you're going to have on all of them is going to be comfort, which prioritizes efficiency and smoothness, making the car feel like a two-wheel drive vehicle to save battery and extend range. And then you're going to have the Sport mode, which boosts performance. It sharpens steering and makes acceleration more responsive for a fun, dynamic ride. And then you have the Individual mode, which works the same as the gas one. Lets you customize your settings to create more of a balanced ride, where you're wanting to either adjust the power to the engine, maybe the steering you wanted on comfort, so you could adjust those individually. And then you have, in addition, off-road modes on these. So you have a trail optimized for mud, dirt, and even uneven terrain, ensuring steady traction and control. And then you have rocks. Unlocks advanced off-road features, including G-turn, spinning in place, and then G-steering, right? So obviously the benefits is that you have adaptability for any situation, easily switch between efficient, sporty, or off-road with one dial. You have better you have better efficiency and range. Comfort mode helps extend battery life by using energy more wisely. And then 3, more exciting and engaging driving. Sport mode makes the car feel quicker and more fun to drive. And then 4, serious off-road performance. So trail and rock modes maximize traction and control for tough terrain. And then next, you have the design box. So mounted to the rear cargo door in lieu of the traditional spare tire. The design box is modern in form and function. Inside the locking container are provisions for storing the electric G's charging cable, plus 2 pocket type nets, one of them in the door. This box is painted to match the vehicle with a black upper section in line with the rear window. Also, you have multiple charging options. The charge port in the rear fender allow for easy attachment of compatible DC and AC charging devices. So the AC socket allows for level 1 charging from a standard 110 volt household outlet, or level 2 charging from a 240 volt home installation or public charging station. Level 3 DC fast charging, available at many public stations, can replenish the battery from 10 to 80% in about half an hour. This is just a brief overview of some of the tech. If you want additional information, want me to make a video on another feature of the G580, please let me know in the comments. Thank you.